Ready. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Aloha Sailors, and welcome to another episode of My Salty Sea Life. If you're new to the channel, my name's Larkin and I will be your host as we take an inside look at what it's really like to live and work aboard a ship in the salty seas. I am so excited about this episode. In the past, I've shown you all segments on, how to collect data or the equipment that we're working with or even behind the scenes in the labs. But I've never shown you a full day start to finish until now. All right, sailors, time to head to the ship and get this day started. Your day begins in your cozy, comfortable stateroom. These are two-person cabins and you share the bathroom with the neighboring room. I know, 4 people sharing one bathroom might seem crazy, but because we all work different shifts around the clock, there's never any bathroom traffic jams. Plus, there's windows. That's a big time luxury for us sailors. After a morning workout and a good breakfast, you can take a walk around the ship. The back deck is where all the operations take place. I would do a quick peek to see what's going on my way to the morning meeting. The meetings are a great way to share progress and make sure that everybody stays on the same page. And if there wasn't a morning meeting, you might be asking yourself, where are we? Which is a great question for our next stop, the bridge. Go right on in and you'll be greeted by a friendly deckhand and a mate who will be happy to tell you where we are and what kind of seas we'll be having today. Sometimes the sea can get a little rough, but we always welcome the challenge. Then it's time for data collection operations. These vary from cruise to cruise. There's trace metals, gliders, multi-cores with cool cameras on them 17,000 feet below the ocean surface. I get to assist with the retrieval of these instruments. This is one of my favorites, the CTD. If you'd like to learn more about any of these super cool instruments, go to my Science at Sea playlist, where I have episodes for each one showing how they help us do this important research. Definitely worth checking out. After all those operations, it's time for a delicious lunch. It always amazes me the amount of fresh produce we have even after being out at sea for a while. These guys are wizards and the food is great. Whether you're vegan or a steak lover, they have something for everyone. And trust me, they're smiling behind those masks. Now it's on to the labs with all of our new samples. We have a variety of labs to process the samples and get them packed up and ready for their next stop. When the scientists and crew have some downtime, you can usually find them around the ship, maybe catching some fish on the back deck, diving into a good book, playing some tunes, preparing their fresh catch under a rainbow, or just relaxing taking in the beautiful sunset on the open sea. With the darkness comes more data collection. We are a 24-hour operation, so if there is science to do, we are always ready. And of course, there is always time for celebration on the ship with good tunes, great company recounting adventures of the day, and enjoying a little good old-fashioned competition. I also wanted to bring up something that I've noticed in the mariner industry. It's 2021, and seeing female deckhands, engineers, and officers is still way more unusual than it should be. It's just a fact. In the past decade that I've been on the water, the majority of people I've worked with have been white males. Don't get me wrong, I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing sailors. That said, I do feel like there should be a larger representation of different races and women on the water. So if during the course of this episode you think to yourself, I could do that, or that looks like a lot of fun, just let me know. I wish somebody had told 17-year-old me how to start a mariner career, or that it was even an option. There are many ways to get started in this field of work without any boat experience. I would love to get more passionate, salty sailors out there, so let me help. And I'll also leave some links in the description box of how to get started. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into a typical day on board a research vessel. Please hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my salty sea life. And if you do have any questions about starting your mariner career, please hit me up. Leave them in the comment section below. I would love to help get you out on the water. See you all next week. Mahalo.